And Michael, can you confirm with us how it would work if a human were to try to register an AI generated artwork for copyright protection? Can
No, I can confirm because it's like Professor Morris said, it's a little bit of the wild, wild west, right? So she's 100% right that if you claim ownership for the computer for the completely AI generated image, you're going to get dinged. The Copyright Office says you can't have a completely computer AI generated image and get copyright protection for it. Okay, so finally we have a solid answer on at least something. Question that moves us then into is how do you get protection? And then it's having what Professor Morris was talking about in terms of having an AI assisted image that's made. Okay, that gets us into a little bit more of the gray area in terms of what's the AI's role versus what is the human's role. Now, I think that's something that's going to have to be specifically stated on the copyright application form. The greater the role of the human being, the greater the role that the human being has in terms of the originality in creating the image, in creating the authorship of the image, the greater likelihood and all likelihood that you're going to have in terms of establishing and being able to register your copyright. Some additional concerning elements in terms of drafting copyright applications and obtaining copyright registration is when you fill out a copyright registration, it's going to ask you, and I know we're going to get into a little bit more of derivative works, but it asks you, is there any underlying works on which this is based? And generative AI, a lot of times, is drawing from a lot of pre-existing art or a lot of pre-existing images or a lot of pre-existing material that are out there. And you start to get into the difficult question of what is causing what either is the inspiration for the material, or has material just been straight copied? Inspiration, okay, that's fine if it falls along the inspiration side of the spectrum, but if it follows along the pure copying side of the spectrum without authorization, then you have potential infringement. Very much along the lines of what Professor Morris was saying in terms of the idea expression dichotomy. So that's going to be difficult if your AI software, your AI generating material does not log what's being copied and how it's being copied and whether it's just being used to draw some elements of inspiration or not. I think to the extent that there is a lot of dispute in the future in terms of AI generated images, a lot of it is going to boil down to that. What was copied? How is it copied? The extent to which it was copied. And even companies who are, image listers or image catalogers or image licensors have gone so far as to say, you know what, I'm just going to get out of this game for the time being. We're just not going to license AI generated images because it's too big of a liability.
It's really interesting and really helpful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that.